Welcome to the ASTRALX Deep Dive, illuminating your path. I'm Solarian Zephyr, your cosmic strategist.
And I'm Lunaria, Selene, your intuitive guide.
We bridge celestial wisdom.
Unlock your modern path.
Discover guiding starlight insights.
Explore powerful cosmic energies.
How do planetary transits shape your story today? So, in this deep dive, we're looking at something really specific, a powerful cosmic signature. We've got source material you shared, and we're going to unpack it to see how 2025's big planetary moves might specifically shape things for a Scorpio Sun woman with Libra Rising.
Yes, exactly. It's a deep look into your personal cosmic blueprint for 2025. Our goal here is to really pull out the core energies, maybe some of the challenges, and definitely the opportunities that are woven into this specific astrological setup, all based on the sources provided.
Okay, so let's dive into this unique energy blend. The sources, they don't just describe a person, they talk about a whole celestial archetype. They call it the Gilded Alchemist. Sounds pretty intriguing, right? A mix of light and shadow.
It really does, and the material breaks it down further. Your Libra Rising, that's often how you appear to the world, right, is called the Rose Strategist. Picture, like gleaming scales. It's that Venusian grace, a kind of knack for harmonious persuasion, handling things with diplomacy.
That outward grace.
Yeah.
But then, deep down, your Scorpio Sun.
Yeah.
That's called the Obsidian Oracle. This is where the intensity really comes in, plumbing those psychic depths, transformative fire, guarding truths. It's powerful stuff.
It is. That's the core that seeks deep understanding, doesn't shy away from the darker corners.
So what the sources find fascinating is how these two parts interact, specifically in 2025. The Rose Strategist, your Libra side, it becomes like a velvet glove for the Obsidian Oracle, the Scorpio core.
Exactly. It suggests you might cloak those deep, sometimes confronting Scorpio truths in beauty and grace, making them, well, maybe easier for others to handle.
And the flip side, the Scorpio Oracle gives that Libra diplomacy some real fire, some soul-shaking purpose.
Right. It's not just about keeping the peace anymore. It's using that grace, that diplomacy, to actually push for profound truth and transformation.
So this interplay leads to the main archetype for you in 2025, according to the sources, the Velvet Inquisitor.
Yes. Justice armored in grace, truth forged in fire. It really paints a picture, doesn't it? It suggests a year where your grace is your armor or maybe your tool for uncovering what's real, and that inner intensity drives your quest for justice and truth.
That's a powerful foundation.
Yeah.
So how does this Velvet Inquisitor handle the big planetary events of 2025? The sources call it a cosmic trial, and they even use this phrase, quantum astrology entanglement equation. Sounds dramatic.
It does sound a bit dramatic, but the idea as presented seems to be that your personal journey this year is really deeply tangled up with these bigger cosmic shifts. It's not happening in a vacuum.
Okay, so let's break down those key transits mentioned. First up, Pluto. It's in Aquarius, moving through your 9th house. The source labels this one the dogma singularity. Intense.
And the 9th house. That's your beliefs, right? Philosophy, higher learning, how you see the bigger picture, religion too.
And Pluto is the planet of, well, deep transformation. Tearing down and rebuilding. So Pluto in the 9th. The sources say it's about collapsing old philosophies, outdated ideas.
Exactly. Challenging those structures, religious ideas, maybe even intellectual cages you've been operating within. It's major deep cleaning for your worldview.
And for you, with that Scorpio Sun always digging for truth, this transit is pushing for a revolution in how you connect with collective ideas, global stuff.
Right. And that quantum entanglement concept the source brings up, it suggests your personal breakthroughs, those Scorpio insights you have about truth and power. They don't just stay personal. They can instantly shift your view of those bigger 9th house global paradigms.
So my inner shifts affect my outer understanding.
That's the idea presented, yeah.
Yeah.
Your internal revelations potentially reconfigure your external framework. They're linked.
Okay, that's Pluto. Then there's Neptune moving into Aries and into your 12th house. The sources call this one the martyr's funeral pyre.
Wow. Yeah, another really strong image, the 12th house. That's the hidden stuff, the unconscious, self-undoing patterns, spirituality, but also where we can kind of lose ourselves.
And Neptune dissolves boundaries, brings fog sometimes, but also spiritual insight, putting it in fiery, pioneering Aries. What does that do?
Well, the source describes it as dissolving those self-sacrifice patterns, the victim mentality, but with Aries warrior urgency. It's not a gentle fading away.
So it's like actively burning off the ways you might give away power to keep the peace, especially with that Libra rising wanting harmony.
That seems to be the core idea, burning away the martyr complex, you could say.
And the central question the source says this transit poses is Pretty direct.
It is. Whose salvation are you actually chasing? Is it your own genuine path, your own truth? Or are you stuck trying to save others or maintain a peace that costs you too much?
The source also mentions wave-particle duality here. What's that about?
It's posing a question about how you present yourself. Are you projecting that curated harmony, the Libra particle, or are you embodying your authentic, maybe fiercer, sovereign self, the Aries wave? This transit kind of forces you to confront that.
Okay, Pluto, Neptune. Then there's Saturn. It's going retrograde in Pisces in your second house. The label here is karmic value reckoning.
The second house is really fundamental. It's self-worth, your personal values, money, resources, but also your physical body, your sensual boundaries.
And Saturn brings tests, structure, reality checks.
Right.
Retrograde means turning inward.
Exactly. A deep internal review and restructuring of all those second house things. The sources say it forces a hard look at your self-worth, what you genuinely value in yourself, also your relationship with money, and crucially, those sensual boundaries.
Like what you allow into your personal space, physically, energetically.
Precisely. And with Pisces energy involved, the sources highlight the need for discernment. You know, telling the difference between real compassion and maybe self-betrayal, where you let your boundaries slip or devalue yourself.
That's a tricky balance. Okay, lastly, Jupiter, the planet of expansion. Where's it going?
Jupiter starts 2025 in Gemini, in your fourth house home, family, emotional roots. Then around May 25th, it shifts into Gemini in your fifth house, creativity, pleasure, self-expression, romance, kids. The source calls this whole thing the alchemical dialogue.
So, expansion. First in the home and emotional foundations.
Yeah, the sources suggest it's expanding your emotional intelligence, pushing for radical honesty in your closest relationships, your sense of inner safety, really opening up dialogue there.
And then when it shifts to the fifth house in late May,
that expansive, honest energy turns towards transforming your creativity, how you find joy, your sexuality, how you express your unique self. Still pushing for that radical honesty, but now in the realms of pleasure, passion, and creativity, bringing truth there too.
It's a lot of internal work and shifting focus throughout the year.
Definitely. And what's really interesting is how the source material connects all this to your physical body through somatic astrology. The idea is these big energies aren't just out there, they manifest physically. Your body is like the courtroom processing it all.
Right, and it gives specific points. For Libra Rising, it mentions potential tension in the kidneys, lower back, even the jaw. Like holding tension from trying to keep things smooth.
Yeah, that classic smiling while seething feeling, or maybe just physical strain from carrying relational weight. The source suggests soothing with rose quartz over the kidneys, interestingly.
And for the Scorpio Sun's intensity, where does that show up?
Often felt deeper in the pelvis reproductive area, the root chakra, like a literal heat during intense moments, truth-telling, or maybe a clenching feeling when feeling guarded. Grounding with obsidian at the sacrum is the suggestion there.
Okay, and the big transits. Pluto in the ninth. How might that feel?
The source mentions possible pressure at the third eye, like getting intense downloads that challenge your beliefs. Or even tingling souls, like an urge to physically walk away from old dogma. Walking barefoot on stone is the recommended practice.
Grounding that mental shift. And Neptune in the 12th, dissolving illusions.
That can apparently lead to psychic overload, manifesting as heavy eyelids, feeling drained, or even cold fingertips, a sense of disconnection. The simple practice offered is cleansing hands with salt water.
There's also a specific time highlighted, Mars in Cancer, July 20th to September 4th, called emotional alchemy.
Yes, the sources suggest this could be a period where deep, maybe even ancestral emotions really surface physically. Things like heat in the womb area or a constricted throat feeling like you can't speak your emotional truth.
And the action for that.
It's simple but sounds quite powerful. Hum while gently tapping your collarbones, using vibration to release stuck emotional energy.
These somatic tips are great, making the abstract feel more tangible, giving you ways to physically engage with it all.
Absolutely. And thinking about this whole blend Scorpio depth, Libra grace, the sources also look back, using historical synchronicity. It holds up certain historical women with similar energy as mirrors for you.
Right, reflecting potential paths, maybe challenges too, for this Velvet Inquisitor archetype, who they mention.
Well, Marie Antoinette, a Scorpio Sun, Libra Rising.
Yeah.
Presented as a cautionary tale, perhaps, where the Libra focus on aesthetics met a fatal Scorpio intensity. Beauty as armor, but also maybe bait.
Then there's Indira Gandhi, also Scorpio Sun, Libra Rising, described more as the iron fist in a velvet glove.
Exactly. Using that Libra diplomatic skillfulness, but driven by a powerful, sometimes ruthless Scorpio political will.
Grace weaponized for revolution is how the source puts it.
And a more modern example.
Julia Roberts. Another Scorpio Sun, Libra Rising. That America's sweetheart Libra charm, but known for fiercely protecting her Scorpio private life. Charm masking deep waters.
So these aren't predictions, but more like illustrations. Precisely. The sources offer them as food for thought about the range of possibilities with this energy blend, how your grace and fire might shape your own story.
And to help with that shaping, the sources encourage getting interactive. They call it the alchemist's tribunal, basically prompts and practices for you to use.
Yeah, first some pause and reflect questions suggested for Scorpio Libra season, but really good anytime. They're posed directly to you, the listener.
Okay, let's hear them. First one. Where does my strategist, that's the Libra part, cite my oracle, the Scorpio part, to preserve a false peace?
That's a tough one.
It is. The next. What beautiful lie, thinking of Neptune in the 12th, comforts me but ultimately stops me from evolving?
Oof. And the third.
How can my intensity, Scorpio, serve justice, Libra, without burning bridges or destroying things I actually value? Really gets you thinking about conscious application of that power.
Definitely requires some deep, honest reflection. Then there's a specific ritual.
Yes, a ritual blueprint called the Blood Rose Pact. Time for the Scorpio full moon on May 12, 2025, seen as a peak power moment for you. Okay, what does it involve? Material.
The sources list. A black candle for Scorpio depth. A red rose, Libra beauty harmony. A symbolic obsidian blade, Scorpio truth-cutting illusion. And parchment.
And the process.
It's described as quite potent. Light the candle, honor your depths. Pluck the rose petals, symbolizing sacrificing false harmony. Use the blade to scratch a truth you've uncovered onto the parchment. Burn the parchment, releasing the old, then bury the petals, rooting your broody in authenticity. It's very symbolic.
A very embodied way to declare intent, and for something more day-to-day.
There's an embodiment exercise, Breath of the Velvet Inquisitor. For before tricky conversations or when you need to blend that grace and intensity.
How does that work?
You stand in a goddess pose, grounded, balanced, hands over your pelvis, connecting to that Scorpio power. Then specific breath work. Inhale obsidian light to your sacrum, 4 counts. Hold. Consolidating the fire, 4 counts. Exhale, whispering truth with rose gold light, 8 counts. Repeat 3 times.
The goal being?
To feel your grace armoring your ferocity. To approach things from that integrated place of the Velvet Inquisitor.
Practical tools alongside the deeper work. The sources also briefly mention other cultural examples.
Because quick mentions, yeah, like Villanelle from Killing Eve, Cersei Lannister, Lana Del Rey's persona, the myth of Persephone, all reflecting aspects of this beautiful, strategist, intense depth archetype in different ways. Just more mirrors.
Okay, so bringing it all together, the archetype, the transits, the body, the history, the tools, this leads to future forecasting. The sources suggest different potential outcomes for 2025 depending on how you integrate these energies.
Right. 3 potential timelines are outlined. The first is called the Poison Chalice. This happens if you lean too heavily into the shadow side of Scorpio.
Meaning?
Weaponizing insights, manipulation, prioritizing control over connection. The outcome. Isolation, distrust, self-sabotage, like a dagger dipped in venom, as the source puts it.
Not ideal. What's the second path?
The Gilded Prisoner. This is if you over-identify with the Libra side, suppressing your truth for peace.
So tolerating bad situations, silencing yourself, losing power.
Exactly, leading to hollow relationships, feeling powerless, maybe repressed anger building up. The image is a beautiful rose with rotting roots.
Also not the goal. So the third timeline must be the integration path.
Yes, the Velvet Inquisitor fully realized. This is the path of sacred alchemy. It means consciously using your grace, Libra, to deliver hard truths, Scorpio, with integrity, transforming beliefs, leading with fierce compassion grounded in reality.
And the outcome here.
Revolutionizing your world, your sense of justice with elegance, becoming a beacon of truth, but a beautiful one. The image is a courtroom where roses grow through the cracks, truth, and beauty coexisting. This is presented as the empowered path for you.
That's the aim then. So the core message, the oracle's decree from the source material,
is that 2025 is your year of sacred alchemy. It's not about choosing Libra or Scorpio, rose or blade. It's embodying both, integrating them.
And the transits are the fuel for this alchemy. Pluto burning lives, Neptune drowning the martyr, Jupiter blessing home and passion.
Exactly. And the sources really emphasize grounding this in your body. That reminder to touch your pelvis, feel thorns beneath velvet, feel both energies physically present.
And there's an affirmation offered to embody this.
Yes. a powerful one for you to work with. Let's say it together, maybe.
Okay. My grace disarms.
My depth unravels.
I serve truth.
In gilded gloves.
That conceal volcanic resolve.
And finally, the sources list some key 2025 initiations. Dates to watch.
Yes, significant turning points on this alchemy path.
Yeah.
May 12th, that's Scorpio full moon, prime time for the Blood Rose Pact ritual.
May 25th, Jupiter enters Gemini in your 5th house. Big shift towards authentic creativity and intimacy.
August 19th, Aquarius full moon, anchoring your revelationized beliefs.
October 17th, Saturn goes direct in Pisces, solidifying those shifts in self-worth and boundaries.
And December 24th, Pluto goes direct in Aquarius, a point where your transformed perspective on collective beliefs feels clearer, more established. So this deep dive really shows a year of intense, potentially incredibly rewarding transformation ahead for this specific cosmic signature. It's demanding courage, honesty, and that skillful blend of grace and depth.
Absolutely. So the final thought the sources leave you with, the question to really sit with is, how will your unique blend of grace and fire transform your corner of the world this year?
As our cosmic journey concludes,
Dive deeper into your unique path.
request your email audio reading now.
Find the link in the description below.
Explore episode resources and links.
All details are waiting for you there.
Ignite. Think. Become.
Subscribe for Starlight Insights.
Thank you for joining us.